Welcome to my channel. I am Maricita Colors in English. Hola, bienvenidos a mi canal. Soy Maricita Colors en inglés. Today I have here one sweater, blouse. It's a beautiful stitch in crochet. The stitch is like malla in Spanish. You can make for all the size, and this fantasy stitch malla is a little stretch, so you don't must make so much rows. Here my blouse has 22 rows with this fantasy stitch. The yarn that I use is from Katia. The name is viscoseta. I use 4 yarns of 50. I use the hook number 5 millimeters, and the yarn is 55 viscosa and 45 of seda. So I use 4 yards, that is 200 grams. I only make 60 stitches. My blouse has 60 stitches and must be multiple of 3, like 30 or 60. Here I have 60 double crochet in the waistband, and without increases or decreases I make the rows. At the end I made 2 rows of single crochet. You can use this blouse like a sweater, like a dress for the beach. It's super nice, the stitch. I made before 28 rows with this stitch, but the stitch is a little stretch. So for this I make only 22 rows of my blouse. Here in the waistband I use double crochet, vareta en español, and I made only 3 rows with this stitch. You only must make 2 pieces. The back and the front are the same. This is like my blouse Mayo, or my blouse Abril, or my blouse Trifina that you find here in my channel Maricita Colors in English. Welcome to my channel. I am Maricita Colors in English. We begin. Empezamos. I will use for the pattern a hook number 3,50 millimeters and this yarn of cotton. I will make 21 double crochet. For make 21 double crochet I must make 20 chains plus 2 chains. And my blouse I made 59 chains plus 2 chains. Now I use my technique for make the chains. Chains, cadenetas en español. I will make 20 plus 2 chains. Here I have 19, 20 chains, and plus I make 2 chains, dos cadenetas. I will make double crochet, yarn over the hook, and I will insert in the 3rd chain. We insert, we bring the yarn. Now I have 3 loops, yarn over the hook, we pass for 2, yarn over the hook, and we pass for the last 2. This is the double crochet. The chains of the beginning is like the first double crochet. So for this I make 20 chains plus 2 chains are 21 double crochet. Remember that this stitch must be with a multiple of 3. So in every stitch I will make 1 double crochet. Double crochet, vareta or punto alto en español. Here I have almost the 21 double crochet. Always you must count. The first chains are the first double crochet, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 double crochet. And here in the last chain, I will make the 21 double crochet. La vareta número 21, 21, 21 en español. So, now I will make 2 chains, 2 cadenetas, that is like the first double crochet. So, in every row, I must have 21 double crochet. One tip, when the yarn of the beginning is in the right part, this is the front of my thread. Here I will tell you where you must make the second double crochet. You cannot make here in the first because this is from the 2 chains that is the first double crochet. So you must skip this stitch and go in the next and make the second double crochet. If you make in the first stitch, you make increases, and we don't make increases in our blouse. And now in every stitch I will make 1 double crochet. The fantasy stitch I begin in the front of our work, and this is the second row, la segunda hilera en español. And the third row is in the reverse. So I will back when I have the 3 rows of double crochet. Here almost I finish the third row, tercera hilera, and I will show you where I make the double crochet number 20. This is the chains of the beginning. So here I make the 20 double crochet, and the last is always in the second chain that we make always in the beginning of every row. I insert the hook inside of the chain, not in this space, because if not you make a little big this space. So it's inside of the chain. So I always count for to know that I have the 21 double crochet. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 double crochet, 21 double crochet. In my blouse I have 3 rows of 60 double crochet. And now I will start with the fantasy stitch. I begin for the front of our blouse. Here I will begin with 6 chains, 6 cadenetas. If you want, you can make this waistband more big or more rows, like you prefer. Here, for begin the row, I make 6 chains, 6 cadenetas. We turn the crochet work, and I will insert the hook in the third stitch. This is the first, where are the chains, 1, 2, and 3. In this third chain, I will make 1 single crochet, medio punto en español. And now we begin to make the fantasy stitch. Now I make 5 chains, 5 cadenetas. 5 chains, 5 cadenetas en español. The 6 chains are only for begin every row. Now I will go in the third next stitch, 1, 1, 2, and 3. In the third stitch I make the single crochet. Now we repeat all the stitches, 5 chains and 1 single crochet every 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3, and I make the single crochet. Single crochet medio punto, punto medio en español. Here I have the 5 chains, and in the third stitch I make the single crochet. So I repeat all the stitches until the end of this row. 4 and 5 chains, and in the third stitch we make the single crochet. So you must make the same with the stitches that you have in your blouse. 5 chains and the single crochet, medio punto. I will show you how I finish the row. Again, the 5 chains, 5 cadenetas, and where we make the last single crochet. I have 1, 2, and the third stitch is where is the chains of the beginning, that we make the 2 chains of the beginning. Here inside of this chain, I make the single crochet. And this is the first row of our blouse. Here I will show you how calculate with this little pattern and with a size of 48 centimeters, that is almost for small. I have 2 times my little pattern, and 3 times are almost 39 centimeters. And for the 48, I need until here in my pattern. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 stitches. So 3 times my pattern is 21 by 3 is 63 stitches double crochet, and 63 plus the 17 stitches are 80 double crochet. But I must make multiple of the number 3. So I give 1 double crochet more, for that is 81 double crochet. So when I want to make my blouse with this yarn and with this hook, I must make 81 double crochet, that are 80 plus 2 chains. So always is better that you compare your blouse that you want to make with a t-shirt, with a dress, for the size that you want. So now I continuing with the second row, segunda hilera of our fantasy stitch. I make again 6 chains. Always for begin the next row, we make the 6 chains and we turn the crochet work. The important is that you notice how you begin every row. Always we make the 6 chains in both sides. And now you must see where I make the single crochet. Here I have in the previous row the 5 chains. So in the center, that is the 2 in the right, 2 in the left, and 1 in the center. Here I will make in the third chain, I will make 1 single crochet. Always try to make a little straight over chains. And here I make the single crochet. And we repeat all again. The 5 chains and the single crochet. So I will make all this row for that you can see how we finish this second row of our fantasy stitch. I repeat all the stitches, the 5 chains and the single crochet in the third chain of the previous row. So now I make the last 5 chains, las últimas 5 cadenetas, and here where is the yarn of the beginning, you must make the same always. I make in the third chain, I make the single crochet in this last arc. After this we make 2 chains, those cadenetas, and now we will make the treble crochet. We make the yarn 2 times in overhook and we insert in the third chain that is more in the edge 1, 2 and 3, because remember we make always 6 chains in the beginning of every row. So here we insert in this third chain that is in the edge and we make the treble crochet. We pass from 2 in 2 until that we finish our stitch, and ready, we finish our row. And you must to make always this treble crochet where is the yarn of the beginning. This is the only that you must recognize and remember. You must to try to write all the stitches. And now we make the 6 chains, 6 cadenetas. Now where we make the single crochet, we pass the first arc and we go in the second arc where is the yarn of the beginning. You must remember always you must make the same. In the second arc we insert in the third chain and we make the single crochet. And we repeat again the 5 chains and the single crochet. Always try to make our chains a little straight and we must repeat all these stitches. You can make the long of the blouse that you prefer. I will show you only this row for that you see where or how I finish this row. Here almost I finish the row where is not the yarn of the beginning. I make the last 5 chains, 5 cadenetas, and here I find the third chain in the edge and I make the last single crochet. In this place I only finish the row with 1 single crochet. And this is the third row. Again, the 6 chains for begin the row, and here in the first arc I made in the third chain the single crochet. You must recognize where is the yarn of the beginning and where is not the yarn of the beginning. This is the way that I recognize how I begin and finish the row. And here I repeat all the stitches, the 5 chains and the single crochet in the chains of the previous row in the third chain that is the center of this arc. So I give you one tip now. This stitch is a little stretch. In the beginning I made my blouse with 28 rows of the fantasy stitch, and you can see here in my photo. Here was a little long my blouse, and I let all the night hanging my blouse and was more and more long. For this, in the next day I make again and I only let 22 rows like this, and I show you now the pic how was with 22 rows. This is more short. So my tip is that before you cut the yarn of your blouse, it's better to let hanging your blouse all the night, and you can see how many centimeters is more long, and in the next days you can make or you can see how you prefer if you want your blouse long or short. So this is my tip that I give you because this stitch is super stretch. In the video that I close and I sew the blouse, this blouse has the 28 rows, but this that I have now is the blouse with the 22 rows, the short blouse. And my blouse, the short, has 45 centimeters of long, and in the lateral I close 21 and I let 24 centimeters for the arm. Always you must try to compare with a blouse or t-shirt that you have in home. Now this is the video where I finish my blouse. I will show you how I close the blouse. Here I made the single crochet. After the single crochet I make the 5 chains, las 5 cadenetas, and in the next arc, in the third chain, I will make the single crochet. And this is the part where is the yarn of the beginning in the left, so here I must make the 2 chains and the treble crochet. 2 cadenetas, 2 chains, and the treble crochet in the next 3 chains. 1, 2, and 3. This is the chain that is in the edge of my row. And here I make the treble crochet. This is the blouse, like I told you before, with the 28 rows. Now I will begin with the border of my blouse. I will make 2 rows with single crochet. First I make 1 chain. We make always the border in the front of the work. So we turn the crochet work, and now this is the front of my blouse. Here the yarn of the beginning is in the right part. So this is the front of my blouse. And here in the first arc I insert in the next chain, and I make 1 single crochet, and the next I will make over this single crochet of the previous row. So here is like I have 3 single crochet. In the next arc I will make 1 single crochet, I skip 1 and I go in the next, because I have 5 chains in this arc. So I try to catch always 2 yarns, and here I make the single crochet. I must have the same numbers of the beginning that I have in my blouse. I have 60. I must try to have the 60 single crochet. So 2 in the arc and 1 in the single crochet of the previous row. Previa. So I will continue, and I will back for show you how I finish this row.